Okay, so here we have another Tensai power amplifier TM2550. It just passed the full restoration, cleaning process, removing the dust, and of course solving the problems which other technician he left here inside. This amplifier was burnt. I mean, the power transistors, they were burnt on one channel, and also some small transistors around here. And many years ago, somebody, I don't know where and who, he was trying to overhaul this power amplifier. And what he did, he was replacing the capacitors with some power capacitors, also on the second hand, not new, but different types, 2x2. You see, also old. The power transistors, these power transistors now are new. Before that technician, he installed these transistors, but it was impossible to adjust the idling current because these transistors are not only transistors, are Darlington transistors, and the current was very low and impossible to adjust. So it was necessary also to replace these transistors. So now, like I said, this one is using the transistors. The drivers on both channels, they've been okay. I replaced also the trim pots for adjusting the bias. These are from Burns, closed, sealed, better like that. These are originals. You see they are already with some oxidation around. But with this we have to pay attention, because if we'll lose this contact between the wiper and the carbon pad, resistive pad, we have highly chances to burn the power transistors and of course the drivers. The transistors which I replaced are these four, because it was only one replaced on one channel, but they are coming in pair, these two. So I replaced these two and these two, to the channels to be similar, yeah. So these are the transistors. Also, a resistor which belongs to one pre-driver, on one driver, no pre-driver, it was also burnt. It was replaced by that technician, and it was replaced with this one. And the value for this one, it is 130 ohms. But according with the manual and with the original resistors which are on the other places, the resistance should be 130. And of course, I replaced all these four resistors to be similar on both channels, yeah. Okay, this is about this. Something else on the fuses. This, according with markings which are on the PCB, you see is written the fuses to be 3.15 amps. On this channel was okay, 3.15, but on the other channel I found 4 amps fuses, and of course I replaced with 3.15. On this channel here, one support for the fuse I found broken. You see, this is the broken one and this is the good one. You see, have to, it's with two sides, yes, because the fuse is coming between these two, yeah, like that. But the other one I found only half, so the contact was almost without contact. Good. What more? Here are some bipolar capacitors, which I replaced also with capacitors from Nichicon. After that, here the input caps I replaced with Nichicon UAS. Yes, I said okay. Okay, this it's okay. This they've been on position before, and remains two caps which they've been replaced by that technician also. This 22 microfarads. The company, it's the manufacturer, it's Huang. I think it's something Chinese. Also, I replaced this with capacitors from Nichicon. Also Muse series. Okay, and remains two capacitors more here on the protection board, which I replaced which they took the place for this. Also, this one I think this is Samoa, and this is Nippon. But this one also was used before. It was not first time used on this amplifier. And for this I used Vishay and Elna. The big one is Vishay and the small one is from Elna. So more or less that's about here. And the capacitors I used the two olds originals from the previous amplifier, which it was overhauled couple of time ago, some time ago. And here on the front we have the peak indicators. Like you see, are three capacitors, and they are replaced with Nichicon 5 Gold. Before it was on position these three. So all the parts which I replaced are this. Now it's possible also to adjust the current properly. According with the manual, they said the current to be adjusted around 20 millivolts. Current across the resistor should be 20 millivolts, but I was adjusting to 10 millivolts. And this is how it looks. I will show to you in a moment how it looks also on the back after this process. This is how it looks. Okay. It's a nice power amplifier, small, with two transformers. It's not so heavy. It's delivering 51 watts until he is reaching the clipping point. It's really nice, and it's coming in pair with a preamplifier, with a tuner, and I don't know, maybe it's also a deck cassette and maybe a pickup, but I don't have any idea about the deck and the pickup. So this is how it looks. Here is the model. Here is the, like you see, clipping, it's exactly 150. If you like what we are doing here, please subscribe, thumb up, share with others, leave comments on the bottom, on the comments, and stay tuned. Every second a new video is released. Thank you very much. Cheers.